And you have to say this, this Atletico Madrid side, how far they can go in the Champions League? Can they reach this? Can they win the final? Can they go to the final? Who knows? I mean, they're gonna most likely face the Arsenal in the semi-finals, um, as they should beat the Sporting Lisbon. I think if I think Arsenal against Atletico. I think obviously second leg is at the Emirates. I think that should give an advantage to Arsenal. Um, and you see this Atletico Madrid side right now. They're not Atletico Madrid of old where they are, you know, amazingly strong defensively. However, they are also a kind of team that can, you know, scrape a 0-0 draw, a 1-0 win. They have the ability to do it. Even though they're not, this Atletico Madrid side is not as good as in the past when they had Goldini, etc. So yeah. But at the same time, I think mostly it's a kind of a 50-50 between these two, Arsenal and Atletico Madrid. I think it's mostly 50-50. Who has the advantage to go through? I mean, Arsenal, they have a better chance because obviously they play at home in the second leg. However, you see Arsenal's current form right now. It's not guaranteed that they're gonna beat Atletico Madrid over two legs. So, and Atletico Madrid haven't been outstanding this season in the La Liga as well. Even though in kind of individual games against Barcelona and Real Madrid, they've been very, very good this season. So, yeah, but I think it's a 50-50. I think anything can happen between these two. I think Atletico could beat them, Arsenal could beat them as well, and one of them who goes through to the final, there will be. I think if Atletico face in the final against Real Madrid, PSG, or Bayern, I think those two should beat Atletico Madrid in the final. However, it's a one-off game. It's a one-off final. Anything can happen. And the same thing goes to Arsenal. I think if Arsenal face Bayern or PSG or Real Madrid in the final, I think those three teams will beat Arsenal in the final. But again, it's a one-off game. Anything can happen. Doesn't mean, for example, not many people expected Chelsea to beat Man City in the 2021 Champions League final. Liverpool were the favourites to win the Champions League 2022 final against Real Madrid. So, yeah, it's a one-off final. Anything can happen. But Atletico Madrid, congratulations to Atletico Madrid going through to the semi-finals. And the fans, like I said, the fans of Atletico Madrid were absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. They are one of the big reasons why Atletico Madrid went through. Obviously, mostly the damage was done when Atletico Madrid won 2-0. But obviously, Atletico Madrid really suffered in the first 20-25 minutes, and the fans, the players, and Diego Simeone never gave up, and they recovered and they managed to get it over the line, even though it was not easy at all. So, and Simeone, you could see how happy he was at the end as well. So, great to see that, and can I listen? I don't support Atletico Madrid, but I think if Atletico Madrid and Diego Simeone wins this year's Champions League, I think it will be a great story. Considering all those years where they went close at times, reaching two Champions League finals against Real Madrid in 2014, 2016, when they went really, really close and they didn't win it. And it was in some heartbreaking moments as well. I think for Simeone and Atletico to win the Champions League this season, that would close kind of or summarize or close the chapter of Simeone's great work at Atletico Madrid, because Simeone at Atletico Madrid is like a god there. He's done an amazing job there, phenomenal job, and yeah, one of the big reasons Atletico Madrid are the Champions League semi-finals, not only because of Lookman, Alvarez, and the fans, it's also Diego Simeone. So, well done to Atletico, and all the best for the semi-finals. As for Barcelona, I mean, in the first 25 minutes, 30 minutes, they were absolutely fantastic. They were brilliant. Yamal, I mean, was tearing up the show once again, taking four defenders each time. It's a shame that we won't see him play in the Champions League semi-finals, because he was absolutely amazing. Scored, causing problems for Atletico Madrid defenders by dribbling. He was magnificent, fantastic performance for him. But he has been let down by his teammates again, because defensively Barcelona were shaky, particularly that first goal they conceded. They scored the third goal, however, they scored the second, they went 2-0 up in front of Torres, but then Lookman responded, and Barcelona went 3-1 up again in the 57th minute from Ferran Torres, where it was disallowed by VAR. Right decision because it was offside. Eric Garcia got sent off, and people say it's not a red card. No, it was a red card. However, what I would say, there was a foul on Daniel Olmo, and I don't know why it wasn't given as a penalty. There were a couple of moments in the game as well where there should have been more, like 2 or 3 corners to Barcelona, and the referee didn't give it. So I felt like also, let's not forget, Atletico Madrid made something like 15, 16 fouls and didn't receive any yellow cards. So, listen, I'm not saying Barcelona were robbed here, as Rafinha said, because that was very strong from him. I don't think Barcelona, you can't say Barcelona were robbed, because you have to also, Barcelona have to look at themselves, because the damage was done in the first leg. They lacked discipline control with the red cards they received in this game and also in the first game. Defensive mistakes as well. That's what cost them in place in the semi-final. But you have to look at the refereeing decisions and you're like, really? Because obviously in this kind of Champions League, more big games, you need luck. Yeah, you can be the best team, but you need luck as well. You need luck to go through. You need some things in your favour. And Barcelona didn't get that favour. So, listen, Atletico Madrid, in my opinion, deserve to go through over 2 legs. But you have to look at the referee decisions in this game. He was awful, and his performance was awful as well. I can't believe that people say he's the best referee in the world, where he's not really the best referee in the world. But yeah, Barcelona also have to look at themselves, because defensively, once again, defensive mistakes and lack of discipline control, red cards I'm talking about, has cost them in the biggest stages of the Champions League once again. So, and I think if Barcelona want to win the Champions League on the Hansi Flick, they have to be more adjustable and be more adaptable, especially defensively. Because if they keep playing this kind of way or high line, etc., they're not going to win the Champions League. Going forward, they might be fantastic, but not only you need to be going forward and be very good. Defensively, you need to be strong as well. And Barcelona were not strong defensively in this game, over 2 legs against Atletico Madrid, and over 2 legs against Inter last season. So, yeah. And yeah, the wait for Barcelona's first Champions League title since 2015 continues, unfortunately. Which is crazy. I mean, for big club Barcelona to go 11 years without winning Champions League is crazy. Let's move on to today's Champions League games. You've got Arsenal against Sporting Lisbon. Arsenal have a 1-goal lead over Arsenal. They should go through. I mean, Arsenal, yeah, okay, they've not been in a very good run of form. They've lost a couple of games, obviously with, in the league, a damaging defeat against Bournemouth, and they've got a big game coming against Manchester City, and they got knocked out in the FA Cup, and they lost to the Carabao Cup final. However, it's a game that they should go through. Sporting Lisbon are a good team. They might cause problems for Arsenal, and Arsenal, they're not playing well at the moment, so Sporting Lisbon might be fancy their chances. However, I still think Arsenal should go through, and they have a good chance to do it. They're at home, they're a second leg, they have the lead. Arsenal should go through to the semi-finals of the Champions League. So, yeah, I'll be surprised if, I know Arsenal have not been great recently, but I'll be surprised if Arsenal absolutely throw it away. It will be really embarrassing if they throw it away and they get knocked out by Sporting Lisbon at home. Whereas Sporting Lisbon, you look at them, I mean, they are second in the Portuguese league. They're fighting for the title. They are 5 points behind Porto, and they have an extra game to play. They also have the Portuguese Cup to play for against Porto in the second leg Portuguese Cup next week. So they've got the league and the cup to play for, and then obviously Champions League, where I can't see them winning the Champions League because they're the weakest team left. So yeah, but like I said, I think Arsenal will go through, and I expect them to win the second leg 2-0 and go through. Mikel Arteta, though, was in a kind of fiery and passionate rant in the press conference. Let's hear what he was saying.
Fire. I'm on fire. Can you give us an idea of your overriding emotions just now? Is there any worry, anxiety, or is it more fire? I'm on fire. That's it, nothing
I'm dreaming so much. I've done so much, to be in this position because I know how this club it was. I've done so much against anything that this is beauty. I just see beauty, opportunity, and yeah, I want to get it done for all these people that they've been in this journey with us, and because they deserve it, because they've been unbelievable. That's what is driving me every single day. I have zero fear. Fear I had when, if we don't get this done, this club, I don't know what it's done. That was fear. Now, there's no fear. It's just purpose, fire, direction, and conviction that we're gonna do it.
Are you seeing this fire in your players?
Yes. Yes, big time.
I mean, listen, I understand why Arteta wants to do this because he wants to deflect all the blame and deflect all the pressure onto the players and take it from his side. He wants to, take the pressure away, take all the responsibilities away from the players and have it in his side. Jose Mourinho used to do it a lot, which is fair enough. But at the same time, I mean, for you to say, there's fire, I mean, how many times we see this from Mikel Arteta after the defeat? It was a pain in my tummy. The players are going to be really hungry. We're going to have the most amazing last 2 months. It seems like he's. When you see, I don't want to criticize Arteta because listen, you want to defend your players and you want to defend your team. You want to believe in yourself. But like it feels, from what he was talking in the press conference, it feels like he's lost the plot. I'm not joking, but he's lost the plot. I mean, there's fire, no fear. Well, I have to say, I mean, there's no fear, which he has to say, of course, in publicly. But when you look at Arsenal, the way Arsenal played, the way that Arsenal played against Bournemouth on Saturday, they played with fear. So, as much as Arteta wants to, he wants to create a siege mentality, of course, and motivate his players and his fans and the club. But at the same time, how many times have we seen this from Arteta after a defeat? A pain in my tummy. There's fire. We're ready to fight. Bring your lunch. Bring your dinner. Bring your breakfast. Be ready. 12:30 kickoff. Come on, man. But yeah, I expect Arsenal to go through. Bayern Munich against Real Madrid. Bayern Munich have a 2-1 lead over Real Madrid. First leg, it was a great game between these two clubs at the Bernabeu. Both teams had chances. Both teams, it could have gone either way. Bayern Munich won 2-1, but it could have gone either way. Bayern Munich could have won 4-1. Real Madrid could have made a great comeback. It could have gone either way, and both teams would create chances. Bayern Munich were the better team, but Real Madrid saw Real Madrid. Real Madrid will create chances as well. They were asking questions, not only Bayern Munich. And both teams, they've got great attacking threats. They've got players who can step up for them big time. Vinicius, Mbappe, Michael Olise. How Arbeloa is gonna have gonna have a game plan for Olise, because I don't think Arbeloa and his players would accept Olise destroying down the side of Real Madrid again, like in the Bernabeu last week. So yeah, like I said, Olise, Kane, Mbappe, Vinicius. Who's going to step up for those clubs? And it's a big game. And like Bayern Munich, they're at home. They have the 2-1 lead, and yes, they are the favourites to go through. They are a better team right now than Real Madrid. However, these kind of things don't work always as they should. Champions League, anything can happen. Real Madrid have done it in the past. You can't write off Real Madrid in the Champions League. They have turned this kind of situations in the past like this, and they've had these situations much harder than this before. So yeah, Real Madrid. Yeah, I mean Bayern Munich have a good chance in many people's eyes to qualify. However, Real Madrid, they can still have the capacity to turn it around and qualify for the semi-finals of the Champions League as well. So. I'm really excited for this game. It could go either way. I think Bayern Munich could go through. Real Madrid could turn it around. So it's going to be it was a fantastic first leg, and it's going to be a fantastic second leg. I'm pretty sure it's a game that could go either way. either way. It's Bayern Munich are a bit better team, but you cannot write off Real Madrid. My score prediction, I don't know why, but I have a very sneaky feeling that Real Madrid are going to go through. I think Real Madrid are going to do it. I really think so. I think Real Madrid are going to come back and going to win at the Allianz Arena. And yes, it's at the Allianz Arena, but Villarreal I think beat Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena 4 years ago. So why can't Real Madrid do it? So that's it, guys. Thank you. I wish you a nice day. See you next time, and goodbye.